Hey BARx family, Merry Christmas and almost Happy New Year. I just wanted to sit down and talk a little bit about the Healthy Habits Challenge. So you've gotten an email about it and that covers a lot of the details, and it is very similar to what we did last year. But if you didn't participate last time or need a refresher, that's what this is for. So we're going to kind of run through all the details of it and make sure you guys are ready to go on January 3rd. So we are going to run our challenge for 4 weeks. We're going to start January 3rd. That's a Monday. We'll run the 3rd all the way through the 30th. So it gives you exactly 4 weeks to really work on nailing down some healthy habits that we kind of feel like are non-negotiables, stuff that isn't really debatable. Nobody's going to tell you probably shouldn't do that. So we decided this year that the price for entry is $0. So you've got nothing to lose except for maybe some not so great habits, and let's replace them with some better ones. And of course there will be a leaderboard, so you can definitely earn bragging rights. But the prizes really consist of being at the top of that leaderboard and gaining some energy and some performance in the gym. So here's the details. So we're going to use Wodify Rise, which is the app that we used last time. Fairly user-friendly, but does take a few minutes to kind of figure out. But there's going to be some points you can earn every single day. So at the end of the day, you'll go into the app, you'll answer some questions about whether you did some certain things. There'll also be a couple of things that are weekly items. So the daily items, let's go through those first. So the first one is going to be eating your protein goal. So what's your protein goal? Well, there's kind of 2 ways to do this. So if you're a person that tracks your food and you know the amount of protein you're eating in grams, your goal is going to be 75% of your body weight in pounds. You're going to eat that in grams of protein. If you are like, yeah, I'm not tracking that, then your goal is going to be to eat a lean protein source at every meal. And so what does that mean? Something like chicken or egg whites or turkey or non-fat Greek yogurt. Those things all count as lean protein sources. So we just want to make sure we're getting enough protein so that you can rebuild from the work you're doing in the gym. That's thing 1. Thing 2 is eating 3 servings of vegetables every single day. A serving of vegetables is a cup, so that's kind of the size of a clenched fist. I would love it if you could eat 3 different vegetables in the day, but that's not a requirement. It would just make my dietitian heart happy. But we also want to use this as an opportunity to try some new things, maybe get some variety. But for sure, if you just eat a big giant salad and it has 3 cups of lettuce, that also counts. So don't forget, variety is the spice of life, but consistency is really more important. So that's the second thing. The third thing is 2 servings of fruit. So that could just be a banana for breakfast and an apple at lunch. That'll count. If we're measuring out fruit, again, same rules apply. It's a cup of fruit, so a clenched fist. The fourth thing is drinking enough water. We're going for 64 ounces of just plain water. So anything you drink on top of that is fabulous, because you probably do need more liquid in your day than 64 ounces of just water. But the LaCroix and Crystal Light and hot tea, that doesn't count towards your 64 ounces. We just want to make sure we're well hydrated, especially in the winter when it's colder. Normally, I mean, it was 70 degrees on Christmas, but 64 ounces of water a day. Then the next thing is sleep. We want to sleep 7 hours or more at night. So the national recommendation is 7 to 9 hours for adults 18 to 64. That is most of us. So we're really looking for at least 7 hours of quality sleep. You're gonna have to use the honor system on that. I don't know how long you sleep. The next thing is a workout of 45 minutes or longer. So some of you might say, well, but I thought I was supposed to take a rest day. And you are. We're just looking for movement here. So we're not going to be sticklers on like what counts as a workout necessarily. Be honest, use your best judgment. But if you go to yoga, if you take a long walk with your dog, if you go on a family hike or bike ride, those things, as long as you're moving for 45 minutes, we're counting all of that. So your active recovery and things like that count for your workout. So those are all the things that you can earn every single day. Okay, so we've got eating your protein, 3 vegetables, 2 fruits, 64 ounces of water, sleep at least 7 hours, and move for 45 minutes or more. So those are the things that get you points every single day. Each week on Sunday, the app will ask you a question. So the question is going to be, did you consume 5 or less alcoholic drinks this week? And so that's just kind of a think back and check yourself moment. This question is not to shame you, but coming out of the holidays, we've probably all had a little more alcohol than maybe normally. So just something to kind of get us back on track. So that's just a yes or no. If you say, yeah, I only had, 4 drinks, you click yes, and you'll get your 5 points for that for the week, and it'll kind of backload those. And then the other thing we're going to do, because none of us are perfect and everybody would love to be at the top of the leaderboard, we are going to give you a weekly bonus challenge. And so that'll come to you in an email. Last challenge, Steph emailed every single week. And so we're going to do that the same way this year, I think. But there might be something in there like try a new recipe this week and take a picture of it to earn extra bonus points. Or go to a specialty class that you haven't been to at the gym, like yoga or gymnastics, and earn bonus points. Or try a new vegetable, or, there may be things like that come up. So keep an eye out for those things so that you can kind of earn points back, because none of us is perfect. None of us is going to get a perfect score every single day, every single week. So this is kind of a way to bring yourself back up to baseline. There are also some other things you can do in the Wodify Rise app that you won't get points for, but could be helpful for you. There's a way to take pictures of your food. There's like a food journal page in there. You can take progress pictures. You can track your weight if you want to. So if any of those are things that you'd like to do, you sure can. It's also a fun way to interact with people during the challenge in the app. And that's a huge piece of this, right? We really want to kind of build community around this. So encourage the people that you're going to class with this week, encourage them to sign up, find an accountability buddy, exchange phone numbers, figure out if there's a way you can hold each other accountable. I think that's going to be kind of the success of this, right? Because it does take some time to change habits, and they happen even faster when you can do them with a group. So we really want that to be a piece of this as well. So over the last couple of challenges, we've learned some things that just make for a more successful challenge for everybody. So I would, because we're not used to using this app, I would set a reminder for the evening, sometime that works for you, to go in and put your points in the Wodify Rise app. Now, if you forget, you can go back a day or two and add them in. But if you're anything like me, you're going to forget what happened, because I can't probably tell you what I ate for breakfast yesterday. So if you can remember to do it daily, it's just going to be a little bit easier for you. Stay as interactive as you can in the challenge. So that could be in the app, it could be finding a buddy, but also we do have our Facebook page. I am going to be posting through my Instagram, and hopefully I can ask Rachel to repost those for me to the BARx Instagram, just some things to kind of keep us going, so we can go through each of the healthy habits each week, just for a little more info on kind of why we're doing these habits specifically. But the more you can surround yourself with friends doing the same stuff, the more motivated we'll stay throughout the challenge. If you find a really great recipe, share it on the Facebook group. We have a nutrition page too, right? So you can share some of that stuff there. Keep your water bottle with you at all times. Or drink 2 glasses of water with each meal, and you'd for sure get to your water goal. Keep your refrigerator stocked at the beginning of the week. It doesn't mean you have to go full on meal prep, but making sure you have enough fruits and vegetables at baseline to kind of get you through the week is going to be really, really helpful. And the sleep thing is hard for a lot of us, so setting an alarm to kind of get your bedtime routine started, that can be really good too. So And as you come up with things that are helpful for you, share those with us too. Hey, this is really working for me, right? Because Steph and I don't have all the answers. We can only say kind of what's worked for us or what we've seen work in the past, but that doesn't mean there's not going to be a new thing that's even better. So if you have questions throughout the challenge, you can always ask Steph or I. I'm sure there'll be questions that come up. But we just really are excited to get this challenge going. 4 weeks should be just long enough. It takes 21 days to form a habit, or so they say. Probably even longer to make it stick, but this should be a good jump start for that, so that hopefully we can come out of January in a little bit healthier place for each one of us and ready to tackle the open. So get signed up, ask questions if you have them, and we can't wait to get started.